This is technically my first speech, although I have now spoken in this chamber on multiple occasions and the results have been whack. As the youngest ever senator, I've received a lot of media attention about what I've said and what others have said about me, including some who really haven't liked what I've said. They say I don't have enough life experience. I reply that I have 21 years of life experience. What I bring to this parliament is the experience of young people today. Home ownership, for instance, is increasingly out of reach. A dream once seen as an expected milestone of adulthood is now something many of us feel we may never achieve. We're told the solution is to cut out smashed avocado toast or skip a daily coffee, or in my case, a daily hot chocolate. But no amount of budgeting advice will fix a system where the price of a home has completely outstripped wage growth. We're told we're an anxious generation, but we live with the ever-present threat of climate change. It's clear to almost all young Australians that you've got to be working hard on closing your eyes to convince yourself that climate change isn't a threat. Yet some still do. Like many families, my parents' breakup was hard on everyone involved, and a lot of what happened really hurt me. But I didn't start to realise the impacts of this until I was older. When I was 18 years old, I spent lots of time at the doctor trying to figure out why I wasn't sleeping at night. Blood tests, medication, suggestions of a sleep study. But deep down, I knew what the root of the problem was, even though I wouldn't admit it to myself, let alone the doctor. It was depression. I had spent years skirting around the issue. I was in denial. The effects had been long-lasting, compounded by guilt. I spent months dreading waking up in the morning. I often wondered if I wanted to go on, if there was any point in me being here. The first step to my recovery was admitting that I needed help. I remember leaving my first therapy appointment just feeling a tiny bit more positive about my life. In sharing this today, I'm telling all of you some of what I've only told a handful of people. I don't tell people about my depression because of the deep shame I feel about it, because of the perception of being damaged goods. But whilst that experience has undoubtedly cost me, it has also given me more understanding and empathy for what some families are going through, and particularly what happens to the kids going through this type of thing. I know that we can support a real future for the young Australians of today without taking anything away from our older generations. A future where stability is not a privilege, but a right. A future where hope doesn't feel naive. I would be honoured if my term in this place acts as a symbol that we are no longer telling young people to be quiet, to wait their turn, to work harder, and instead that we are all asking ourselves, how can we build a socially, economically and environmentally sustainable and fair future together? Because if the future truly is ours, then we deserve to be heard, we deserve to be included, and we deserve a fair chance to build lives that are not just sustainable, but fulfilling. Thank you.